Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast Special Edition Series. We'll go over each and every 2024 NCAA Men's College Basketball Conference Tournament. This is going to be the 14th of 32 shows, and this is going to be the Big Sky. The tournament will be held at the Idaho Central Arena in Boise, Idaho. You know the drill. We go over the seedings. We do the bracket, most outstanding player, coaching changes potentially, and obviously who has value to win each tournament, and also other tournament possibilities. So again, the Big Sky is up. So your number one seed in this tournament with a record of 21-10 overall, 15-3 in conference play, the Eastern Washington Eagles. Your 2 seed with a record of 19-12 overall, 12-6 in conference play, the Northern Colorado Bears. Your 3 seed, 21-10 overall, 12-6 in conference play, the Montana Grizzlies. Your 4 seed with the record of 20-11 overall, 11-7 in conference play, the Weber State Wildcats. Your 5 seed, 14-17 overall, 9-9 in conference play, the Montana State Bobcats. Your 6 seed, 17-14 overall, 8-10 in conference play, the Portland State Vikings. Your 7 seed, 14-18 overall, 7-11 in conference play, the Northern Arizona Lumberjacks. Your 8 seed, 12-19 overall, 7-11 in conference play, the Idaho State Bengals. Your 9 seed, 11-20 overall, 5-13 in conference play, the Idaho Vandals. And your 10 seed, 8-23 overall, 4-14 in conference play, the Sacramento State Hornets. So the tournament will get underway Saturday, March 9th, 5:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 7:30 Eastern. 10 seed Sacramento State, 9 seed Idaho, first round. Neither team, as we know, isn't very good. And it's debatable who even is the best guy on the court. Maybe Idaho's Quinn Denker. I only have Idaho by a 10th. Total 137. So I'm going to advance Idaho. And they have a little bit of a home court here with it being in state. And your second of 2 first-round games for Saturday, 8 seed Idaho State, 7 seed Northern Arizona. Again, neither of these teams are very good. They're even. And I know Northern Arizona is a good scorer in Trent McLaughlin. Idaho State has a good center in Braden Parker, averaging almost a 15-6. And I actually project Idaho State as a 10th of a favorite to a 143 and 11/20th, so I'm going to advance Idaho State. Quarterfinals, 2 days worth of games. Sunday, March 10th. You have 1 seed Eastern Washington, and I have Idaho playing them. Eastern Washington, to me, hands down, is the best team in this league this year. They've a couple of good players led by Cedric Howard in the game. I project Eastern Washington 14.3, so I'm going to take them. Second of 4 quarterfinal games, Sunday, March 10th. 8 seed Idaho State, 2 seed Northern Colorado. Northern Colorado had a solid conference season. St. Thomas, he's up there for player of the year. I have Northern Colorado 5.3, so I'm going to advance them over Idaho State. Monday, March 11th. This is third of 4 quarterfinal games. 5 seed Montana State, 4 seed Weber State. BC third. Weber State's a little better. They have a really good player in Dylan Jones, averaging a double for them. And Montana State has a good all-around player in Robert Wood. Third, I project Weber State 6.8, total 144 in the 5th, so I'm going to advance Weber State. And the second of 2 quarterfinal games on March 11th, and the last of 4 in general, 6 seed Portland State, 3 seed Montana. Portland State, nothing really stands out for them. Montana's solid. They're a deep team led by Anen Mooney. Over 16.5 per game. I project Montana 5.5, total 144 and 17/20, so I'm going to advance Montana. Semifinals Tuesday, March 12th. First game be 8:30 Eastern. ESPNU. 4 seed Weber State, 1 seed Eastern Washington. These are two awesome teams. Weber might have player in Jones, but Eastern Washington is the deeper team led by Coward. I project Eastern Washington 2.3, so I'm going to advance them. In the second of two semifinal games, 3 seed Montana, 2 seed Northern Colorado. These two teams I think are pretty even. The best guy on the court might be Thomas of Northern Colorado, but I think Montana's the deeper team led by Moody. I project Montana 3.9, so I'm going with the seeding upset with the 3/2 in the semifinals. As I have Montana advancing to the championship. And then the championship will be Wednesday, March 13th, 11:30 Eastern, 9:30 Mountain on ESPN2. It will be 3 seed Montana and 1 seed Eastern Washington. This would be a good game. The talent on both sides. I project Eastern Washington 1.6. So my pick to win the 2024 Big Sky Conference Tournament will be the Eastern Washington Eagles, as I have them getting an auto bid into the tournament. I would say that they are probably going to be like a 15 seed. If they're lucky, maybe a 14, depending on some other teams. I don't see any NIT contenders in this league, but some CBI possibilities. Weber State, Montana, Northern Colorado. Obviously, if Eastern Washington doesn't win the auto bid, I think they're probably CBI bound, but wouldn't rule out NIT. But I'd say CBI if they lose in the conference tournament. Most outstanding player, I'm going to go with Coward of Eastern Washington. He's a really good all-around player for that team. And he's led the way for them to win the conference by 3 games. Value for this tournament from a betting standpoint, Eastern Washington's a plus 175 favorite. Montana's plus 270. Weber State's 3-1. Northern Colorado's plus 650. Portland State and Montana State are 20-1. Idaho State's 30-1. Idaho's 110-1. Northern Arizona's 150. And Sac State's 200. If there's a team with some value to win this tournament, it's Weber State. They have a really good player in Jones. They're 3-1. Even Northern Colorado has value at plus 650. Thomas is a good player. They're deep. Northern Colorado, I think, has more value than Weber State. So the value bet would be Northern Colorado at plus 650. Although I did put Eastern Washington. I think I put Eastern Washington in a parlay with High Point and Charleston and Vermont and Colgate and a couple of these other teams that should win their conference tournaments. Moore State, Wright State. I think I put Drake in there. But yeah, Eastern Washington at plus 175. I'd put that in the parlay with some of these other teams that should be favored. If not, should win their league tournaments. All right, so some coaching stuff. If Eastern Washington goes on a run, it maybe pulls off a 14-3 upset. David Riley, I think, could end up with another job. Travis DeCurry's done a good job with Montana. I think he should be looked at. Steve Smiley, one of my favorite coach names of all the sport. I think he should be looked at. I think Northern Colorado's overachieved this year. Eric Duft at Weber State did a good job this year. And even somebody like Jace Coburn, I think, did a good job at Portland State. Portland State overachieved this year by what they usually are. But obviously Northern Colorado is the biggest overachiever. Even Northern Arizona, I feel like, overachieved a little bit this year. Yeah, their record's not good, but I think they overachieved, especially in conference play. Shane Burker, I think, has done a good job. All right, hot seat coaches. David Patrick, will he get a third year? Probably. Alex Pribble's new, so he won't be going anywhere from Idaho. To me, the hottest seat in this conference is Idaho State's Ryan Looney. They had an okay record in Big Sky play. 7-11's not a disaster. But I don't think Ryan Looney is a coach that's guaranteed to come back next year. And Matt Loggie's in year one at Montana State. So I don't see him going anywhere. So yeah, I think most likely coach to lose its job is Ryan Looney. But that's kind of by default. But most likely to bounce for a new school is David Riley of Eastern Washington. And I think that's more likely than the Idaho State coach getting fired. So there you have it for the Big Sky. Next up will be the Southland.